Oh, good morning. Right, you of course join me with a Caterham 270S, and as you can see, it is quite a faff to get the roof down. Right, let me jump into the car. Well, actually, let me take my shoes off first, because as you know, I will need to drive this barefoot. Slip the shoes off. Right. Let's climb aboard. Which isn't too difficult once you get the knack of it. Right, let's put the GoPro on. Right, okay, ignition on, immobiliser off, sunglasses on, engine on. Right, okay. What a lovely day it is. So what I wanted to talk about in today's video is, can you use a Caterham as a daily? And I know that seems like a preposterous question, but I thought it's one worth asking, because you know what? In all honesty, I think it's doable. Actually, no, I think it's definitely doable. Whether you'd want to or not, it's a different matter. Now, as I would have said in my review, the car itself is actually pretty comfortable. Once you've managed to get inside with none of your dignity intact, these seats are very comfortable. It rides actually, it actually rides quite well. It rides better than you would expect it to. Okay, it's not a Rolls Royce, but it won't break your back. I'm almost tempted to say it's supple. Actually, I think that's a stretch too far, but you get my gist. Now, visibility is not great. Yes, I've got mirrors, but they are useless. They really are not very good at all. The boot, as we all know in a Caterham, is minuscule. It's more of, well, I was going to say an afterthought. Novelty. There we are. The boot is more of a novelty than an actual thing you can use. Mind you, having said that, I have used the Caterham on a weekend away, and I was just about able to fit everything in it. So the boot looks small on first look, but it's not actually that small. Okay, it's not massive, and I don't know how many litres it is off the top of my head, but it has to be smaller than a Fiat 124 Spider or an MX-5 or that kind of roadster. But it is still usable. So if you need to pop down to the supermarket, get, I don't know, 3 bags of shopping or so, you would be able to fit it in. Obviously, there's no way in hell you'd get a weekly shopping here, not unless you put some on the passenger seat. So for example, I've got my bag on the passenger seat, not because it won't fit in the boot, just because it's easier. And as you can see, I've got a lovely morning here. Really, really nice. The weather in the UK last few weeks has been a bit hit and miss, so to have a listen on a Monday morning is very nice indeed. And that's why I'm dressed like this, because I'm off to work. Well, not straight away. I need to take this back to Caterham, then I'm going to work from there. And we've got stop-start traffic, which isn't ideal because the pedals in the Caterham, as you can imagine, are quite firm. Plus, after a while, my left knee starts to hurt because I injured it in football a few years ago, so this is not a good start to my journey, in all honesty. And I'm a bit tight on time anyway, so I need to get this back to Caterham for 9, and I reckon I'm going to arrive just after 9. Obviously 5 or 10 minutes isn't going to be the end of the world, but I like to be punctual. Now, one of the other things you have to bear in mind with the Caterham is ground clearance. So Caterham and speed humps aren't very good friends, so that's something else you want to. Sorry, I'm going to have to put the indicator on, I apologise. There we go. So Caterhams and speed humps aren't friends. So if your journey to work or wherever you go on a daily basis involves speed humps, then you're quickly going to have to find A, the right technique for going over them, which is a technique that I've not really been able to master, so I just avoid speed humps in general. Or B, like I just said, you could just avoid speed humps in general, which in certain parts of the country is impossible. So I live in South London, and as you can imagine, there are speed humps everywhere. Yet, thankfully, from my home to my workplace, there aren't any speed humps at all. So if I wanted to have a Caterham as a daily, I actually could. And what a daily that would be. Imagine turning up to work every day in a car like this. You'd be like an utter legend. Plus, the other great thing about having this as a daily is that it's always an occasion. I don't think I could ever get bored of driving this to work or wherever I may need to be. Well, not until I get bored of planning routes that don't involve speed humps, that is. Another great thing about the car is that it feels like an occasion, because you don't see many Caterhams on the road. When you drive one, people will look, they'll stare, they'll wave, they'll beep their horns. It's fantastic. It feels like you get the same amount of attention you would in a supercar. Actually, in fact, I would go, you know, I'd stick my neck out and say this probably gets more attention than a supercar. Purely because it's so different. You see a Ferrari, you go, oh, that's nice, that's a Ferrari. Or you see a Lambo, go, ooh, that sounds nice. When you see a Caterham, it's a different kind of experience, because, like I say, you don't see many of them on the road. And let's face it, this isn't really a car as such, is it? Whereas a supercar, it's still a car. Unless it's been stripped out, it will still have a radio and possibly even sat-nav. But this is bare bones, back to basics driving. I have no creature comforts in here. Well, actually, that is a lie. I do have a heater. Oh, and a 12-volt socket. Now the car has no wind deflector, but even so, I'm driving at 36 right now, which, okay, it's not a high speed going, but the wind isn't too bad. And even when you drive it at 70, it's still, you know, it doesn't feel like you're about to be sucked up in a hurricane. Another problem I've had with the car, and this happened twice yesterday, was that Range Rovers don't seem to see me. I had two separate Range Rovers almost hit me yesterday. So as you can imagine, this is a super low car. Really, really low. So that's another thing to bear in mind. So if you do drive this on the motorway, you're likely not to be seen by SUVs or lorries, or probably even vans. So that's something to bear in mind. So obviously the last thing you want is to be squashed. Surely this has to be the best way to start a day. Just look at my smile. It's Monday morning. I'm going to work. And yet, look at me. I'm loving life. I should be sad. I'm giving this car back. This is my last drive of it, and it's not going to be an exciting one. I'm going to hit the M25 and then hit the M23, and I believe there's traffic, so as journeys go, it's not going to be a very good one, but it doesn't matter. I'm driving a Caterham. That's all that needs to be said right now. Right, I'm about to go on the dreaded M25. Wish me luck. Hopefully I come out alive. There's a big lorry there. I'm good. Right, I've just put the traction control on. I'm kidding. You know it hasn't got traction control. So we're now dropping to 40. Marvellous. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Whoa, lots of traffic down here. Holy moly. Christ on a bike. Maybe that's what the hold up is. Maybe it is Jesus Christ on a bike. Who knows? Now, as it happens, it was Christ on a bike. No, I'm joking, of course it wasn't. Now the traffic looked worse than it was. Before I knew it, I was on my way, but not for long. I was going to say stop being in that, but I need to be in that. Slipstream, boom, straight in. Talk about slingshot. Tis busy down here. Tis busy down here indeed. Bollocks. Weird thing about the petrol gauge is that it goes down quite slowly. Then once you hit half a tank, the last half of petrol seems to go quite quickly. I don't know what it is. It just seems to get thirstier once it's at half a tank or below. It's not that bad on petrol unless you really spank it. Now I don't know what MPG I've been getting, I've got no idea whatsoever, but I think roughly, from what I've read on Caterham forums, you should be able to eke out on average about 30 miles per gallon. Okay, which is by no means amazing, but it's not particularly awful either, is it? This traffic is awful though, I know that much. Now I actually thought I was going to run out of petrol on my way there, but because of the traffic I found myself rambling so much that I completely forgot about it. It's mad to think that the car I'm sat in is a brand new car. It's built and produced for 2017, yet it looks like it's come up 60s. Brilliant. And I kind of love the fact that Caterham has kind of stuck to its roots and it hasn't changed any of its cars. The cars it makes and sells now look exactly the same as the cars it built and sold many years ago. So you know what, I take my hat off for Caterham for not changing the winning formula, for trying to make the cars more livable by, you know, putting a hardtop on it or something, or making them bigger, although this one is actually a wide body, but you get what I mean. However, after this short ramble, I was back on the open road, on the home stretch, and thankfully with enough petrol to get there. I'm free! It's going to be very sad to give this back. There we are, I can see the Caterham sign now. Okay, you can be quiet now. Right. I suppose I'd better get out. So then, back to my original question. Could you daily a Caterham? Yes, you could. Would you want to? No, not unless you're either brave or mad. But either way, what a way to get about. Right, I've handed the keys back, but it's not all bad because I get to jump back in my Ibiza FR, which is also pretty low on petrol, so I best jump in and fill her up. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and please subscribe for more car obsession.